What's the difference between the two courses? And I know Content OS touches on Twitter a little bit more. A related question is, do you think Twitter is still viable? Because I'm finding very little engagement on it.
Yeah, I think Twitter is super viable. I enjoy it. I've spent a lot of time trying to figure it out, and I think I've done a pretty decent job of figuring it out. So I like it. I use it differently than I use other social media platforms. I consume a lot more there than I do on other platforms. But the difference between the two courses is pretty simple. The LinkedIn course is not really a LinkedIn course. It's a branding course. It's about how to build a brand for yourself. LinkedIn just happens to be the vehicle that I'm most familiar with. I wrapped it in a LinkedIn shell, and there's some tactical stuff that is relevant only to LinkedIn, more so than to other social media platforms. But all in all, you can take the course and you could apply what you learn and use it on Twitter or YouTube or Instagram. It's a branding course. It's how to sell yourself. That's basically what it is. The Content OS is a bit more tactical. So the Content OS solves the number one problem that I hear from people on social media, which is, how do you come up with so many ideas? How do you publish so much content? How do you not miss? How do you stay consistent? So the Content OS was born from that challenge. And so what I teach in that is essentially a 9-step system that I use to start with a big idea, get it into a long form piece of content, chop it up into 6 to 12 smaller pieces of predictable content, and then push those through templates that generally work to get engagement. So that's that course. Whereas the LinkedIn course is more of a high level strategic branding course.
Okay, very interesting. Question about the LinkedIn course or the strategy. You talked about the branding thing. When you started in 2018, now correct me if I'm wrong, I have the impression that you forged a new path and you created this path that you now follow, which several other people are now following, including me.